A financial cloud continues to hang over Canada's mail carrier. Just this week, Ottawa handed Canada Post a $1 billion loan, which both parties admit won't solve the underlying problems. Now, CTV's Kamil Karamali reports the calls to privatize it are growing.
This small Toronto business has some big-time demands. With packages shipping around the country, but it's still struggling to carry the load.
Okay, ready to go.
In the aftermath of a Canada Post strike in December.
The strike hit us in the worst time that we could have.
So how do you feel about Canada Post after the strike?
I'm nervous listening, are they going to have another strike?
It's not just the month-long strike that's frustrated Canadians. Canada Post has lost $3 billion in the last 6 years. This week, the federal government handed over a $1 billion lifeline that Canada Post said it would repay.
This is a $1 billion bailout. They will not get the money back because they didn't touch or address the structural problems.
That's why some businesses that deal with a lot of packages say Canada should privatize its postal service, saying other countries have done the same. The sale of UK's 500-year-old Royal Mail was approved in December to a Czech billionaire. Germany, the Netherlands, and Austria have also privatized their postal service.
The only way we're going to address the problems of the post office is to privatize it.
The benefits could be a service that's more competitive, prioritizing customers' needs to beat out other private couriers.
And you'd be able to negotiate some price, advantages and purchase a higher level of service.
The downside, possible job losses and potentially limited mail access to rural communities, especially in the north.
Smaller communities, Indigenous communities.
The answer could be partial privatization, allowing the government to still have a strong say in the operations.
90% private, 10% public, maybe 80-20, something like that strikes me as a reasonable approach going forward.
Canada Post admits major structural change is needed, with many arguing it's time the current model was shipped off. Kamil Karamali, CTV News, Toronto.